Hey guys, welcome back to Mystic Creek Farm. We keep getting nasty little storms and it never fails. It's always on a weekend, which really stinks because I feel like I'm not getting much done, the stuff I should be, but it is what it is. I can't control the weather. So I feel like I'm just getting further and further behind. But what I'm gonna do right now, since today is the day after the storm and it is stunningly beautiful and warm out, but we have a very wet snow and ice everywhere. We've not had any lambs born yet. I thought that we'd have some born over the weekend because we had nasty ice, rain, wind, all of it. But we didn't. And so I'm gonna go grab cameras so that I can put in the barn to keep an eye on the sheep and lambs a little easier. Wally and I go for like a 2-mile walk every day out on our trails. Look at the beautiful ice on these trees. And so I am killing 2 birds with 1 stone, and we're going for our walk and we're grabbing cameras while we're out here so that I can get them put up in the barn. We have had, unfortunately, quite a few wolves on our property, and so I have cameras up so I can kind of keep an eye on them and what's going on and seeing if they get close to the house. So they're gonna get moved, the cameras, not the wolves, are gonna get moved to the barn so that I can keep an eye on sheep and lambing. Look how beautiful that is. The wind is picking up and it's about 40 degrees now, so the ice is very quickly falling off. But all day yesterday and all day today so far, there's been this layer of ice and a really pretty layer of snow on everything, but it's quickly melting off. We're supposed to have another storm in a couple of days, so I want to get outside as much as possible these next 2 days. Weather is absolutely perfect. What do you think, Wally? He wants to go. I didn't notice this earlier, but looks like we had quite a few limbs go down in the ice and wind. That'll be a cleanup in a couple of weeks though. Great, and now to grab a camera. There we go. I forgot to turn it off, so I'm gonna start getting alerts here. I'm gonna put this guy here for now because the odds of somebody giving birth out here on the pasture, especially the young ones, which are the ones that are gonna go first, that's a lot higher than in the barn because they prefer to lamb on pasture. So this is like a battery operated one that goes on a network of cameras. But everybody's looking good. Nobody's looking close, which is wonderful. I will take that. I do need to, oh, that one right there kind of looks like she's getting close. I do need to completely redo our lambing kit, refresh everything, get everything restocked, double check my list, all of that. But that's like an evening project, not a do while the day is nice out. So next up on the list for today's vlog is I need to go down and figure out what I'm going to do because I'm behind in planting peas. So I need to go down to the high tunnel, which is where I do my gardening, and figure out where I'm going to do peas and prep that bed. If I could just sit here all day and watch sheep though, I would happily do that. So relaxing. You need to schedule for the shearer to come out, but because we have such a large lambing window, because we actually have 2 groups that are lambing, I'm not quite sure how that is going to work. He's the expert, so I'm going to trust his opinion, but I'm thinking we're going to have to schedule and do all of the later lambing and the ram and anybody who's given birth, and then have him come out after the rest have given birth and do those. So like have the later lambing and the ram and any lamb or any that have already lambed, get those done. And then any who are left in the early group that are close to going, then we'll get those done at a later time, probably when they're all finished, like maybe end of April, early May. But we'll see what the shearer wants to do. He's so good at what he does, and he is an expert. He raises sheep himself, So I'm not overly concerned. He can tell me what to do, and I just trust his opinion. All right, so I have a lot of work to do in here. I've been coming down and getting tomato plants pulled, so that is almost done. I was thinking of potentially, because I've got the net, the mesh right here already in. So I was thinking of using this because then I don't need to hang any more trellising or anything like that. So that would be the quickest and easiest solution. I was thinking though of not putting them in a raised bed, putting them maybe over here. Got to get all that stuff cleaned out. This is what's left from Christmas. Got to take down that wall. But I was thinking of doing somewhere like over there so that I could just do them in the ground so that they're not taking up raised beds. Realistically, I think if I put them right here, I had some calendula and some zucchini or cucumbers right here last year. And I put like a bunch right here and then a bunch over where that bench is and my saw is. Get that area all cleaned up and put them there. Then that gives me a lot more space in the back to work. I'm not doing a lot. I'm only gardening for personal. I'm not doing markets or anything like that. And so really this is just for my personal and share with family and friends. So I don't necessarily need to have something massive, but I do want to give myself the flexibility to get have things move around and tweak some things here and there as the season progresses. And I don't want to waste the raised beds for peas. It just seems kind of silly to do that. So I think I'm going to do it right here, get that prepped. So I need to go find my wheelbarrow. Dust is really starting to get to me, but I was able to get almost all of that, the plants that were here picked up and got over there, picked up a little bit. It's really, really dusty in here, so I'm going to need to call it quits and go up and take some allergy meds. But I got a really good start. I'm really happy with what I have. Now it's just a matter of getting the ground cover up, getting that bench out of here, moving the shade cloth, doing that kind of stuff. So I'm going to ask the boys for help on those the next time they are home. And if I can get this ground cover moved and get it set up for peas, then I'm going to put peas here. My thought is I'm going to put beans behind them, because then when the peas are done, I can just take them down and then I'll have one whole area kind of. So that is what I am thinking. I have a little bit more stuff to clean up, but my wheelbarrow is full. But I feel really good with what I got done. Another step, still nowhere close to where I need to be, but it's a step towards progress. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.